Hello everyone! Greetings from Kharkov, Ukraine. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. It's been a while since we have filmed a video with our beautiful executive director Katerina Romanenko. By the way, if you have missed Katerina, you can subscribe to our podcasts. We will leave the link below this video, and every week while sitting on the sofa casually with Katerina, we discuss questions that our subscribers send to us. We discuss some recent dating stories while drinking coffee, and well, it is podcast. We are not filming, so we can just relax and
just talk.
I wanted to say that we are like sitting on the floor or lying on the sofa. Nobody will believe that. We still sit on the sofa, we have coffee, and we film podcasts for you. Today I have prepared for Katerina a question, or better to say a comment with a question that one of you have left below one of our recent videos. I will read it to Katerina and then we'll discuss it. So, it was a video in which I was talking about success rate at Diolli.com and in matchmaking in general. So the gentleman writes, I watched several of your videos. Do you try to match people based on age? Or do you try to match people based on their sexual market value? I fear you believe a 45 years old Western man with a successful career, money saved, and is a high value should be dating a 45 years old female because they are the same age. This is bad advice for men. A high value man should always be dating 10 years down. Both bring something to the relationship. Men and women peak at different times in life.
It's an interesting comment. So first of all, thank you to all our listeners and subscribers who leave their comments and thoughts in our videos, podcasts, everywhere, because it's very important. It's a feedback for us, and it's important for us to read, to comment it, to react on it. What thought I liked in this comment is that both parts invest into relationship. It's a very smart thought, and people have to remember it, not only write it in comments, but truly believe in it and remember it every time when they think about building relationship, they start to build them, they already in relationship, they have to remember that both of them are investing into it. In general, this comment in the beginning, he's asking how we match people, and all the qualities that he is naming, to be honest, they all are included, because you can't match people only on two criteria, just one criterion, many criteria included into it. That's why you're hiring a matchmaker. And we are coming to the most common question among our all subscribers, potential clients, recent clients. It's age gap. Of course, it's one of the most important questions. I think that we already filmed hundreds of videos about it, and we will film hundreds more. And this question will still be very important for everyone. If we are talking about 10 age difference, how he commented in his...
He's writing that a gentleman who is 45 and who is, I will read it.
And he is not...
And he is Western. Mm-hmm. He has successful career, money saved, and he, in his opinion, has a higher sexual market value. So he has to date someone 10 years younger, at least.
Maybe it can be, maybe he can date 10 years younger, but this question will be based not only on these qualities that are named here, not because he has money, only money, and because...
He's 45. How tall he is? Because it will be a huge difference if, for example, a gentleman is 1 meter and 80 centimeters tall, or he's, for example, 1 meter and 70 centimeters tall, like 10 centimeters of difference, but it will be a drastic difference among the ladies who would be open to date him. Mm-hmm. Because it is not a secret that women usually want to date taller guys, and yes, sometimes, in my opinion, women can be ridiculous. For example, she's 1 meter and 55 centimeters tall, and she declines everyone who is shorter than 1 meter and 80 centimeters tall. You can call it her preference. So if we are talking about a 45 years old male who is 1 meter and 80 centimeters tall and above, who is tall, for example, we are talking about someone who is of average height, like 1 meter and 74 centimeters tall, or someone who is short for a man, let's say he is 1 meter and 60 centimeters tall. There will be different group of women who will find him attractive or not attractive. We have worked with gentlemen who are of average height and who are quite short for guys, and usually if the gentleman is not tall, it creates certain limitations, because the majority of women, they don't care if he is a lawyer or a doctor. If he is shorter than she is or they are the same height, she will say no to a date. And our psychologists and our managers who work with ladies, they know it, that height can be a big limitation. Again, if we are talking about a 45 years old Western guy, let's assume that he is of average height or above. Has he been married?
If he has kids, also it's important.
Yes, the age of the kids. If he has 2 kids and they are minors, many women will not be open to date him, especially if she wants to have more kids. Or for example, even if she has 1 child and the gentleman has 3 kids, it will also influence her decision whether she will be open to date him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, where he is from. The fact that he is Western, if he is from a small town somewhere in Nebraska and she is from Kiev or Kharkov, I can guarantee you that 95% of ladies from big cities, if we are talking about international dating, they will not be open to relocating to a tiny town with 1 Starbucks and 1 tiny mall. Travel to Kiev, travel to Kharkov, see what our cities are like. If you have been to Soviet Union in 1979 or 84, some gentlemen tell that, oh, I have been to Ukraine in 1984 when I was in the military. Things have changed drastically. So there are like lots of factors, but let's speak about this sexual value. A gentleman who is 45 and a woman who is 45.
First of all, I want to say that I don't believe that it depends on age. It can be that their values, that the lady can be more active in 45 than a man is active in his 45, and vice versa. So it can't be based only on age. So I think it would be strange to say that if he's in his 45, then sexually he will be attracted or attractive only for women, for example, in their 25 or 27. It's not true. So this criterion can't be based on age, in my opinion.
I
It's
was thinking
strange.
that if a man is 45, there will be a certain group of ladies who will want to date a 45 years old man. Of course, these are ladies in their 40s. If he is 45 and, for example, he doesn't have small kids, he will be popular among women who are in the age group 40 up till 45 and age group 45 and up till 60, because there are many ladies in their 50s who want to date someone 5 or 7 years younger. Again, if he is 45, if he is tall, if he is traditionally handsome, in a sense that he is quite athletic, he doesn't have to look like Jared Leto, but he's athletic, so you can tell that he works out. And this man, he doesn't have to prove by words that he is so handsome. You can look at him and you can tell that he is a handsome 45 years old and he looks good for his age. So a professionally successful 45 years old who doesn't have a long list of ex-wives and kids from previous relationship, he is tall, he is traditionally handsome. Ladies in their middle till late 30s will be interested in dating him as well. Maybe some women in their early 30s. Though I will be open with you, usually when I conduct interviews with ladies who are like 31, 32, they usually want to date someone who is like within the age range 5 or 7 years older than they are. Maybe up till 10 years. If she's like 31, she can be open to date someone up till 40, 41 if he ticks all the right boxes. But 45, if the age gap will be about 12, 15 years, it can be too much for many women. But the question is, many guys who are like 45, 47, They claim they want to date someone in their late 20s and early 30s. This age group of women are not looking for this age group of men. So I think this is where the problem stands. If the lady is 27 and she wants to date older, she can aim for someone up till 35, not for someone who is 45. Because really the age gap is different. Of course, if the gentleman is 45 and, like you have described, a good career, financially stable, I have added that he is tall and traditionally handsome and doesn't have 3 kids and 2 ex-wives, attracting a beautiful lady in her late 30s, early 40s. I don't think it will be an issue if he is good in courting. But if you are talking about this same guy who wants to date someone 15 years younger, it will be not easy. It won't be easy in Ukraine. And I know for a fact that it won't be easy in the United States either. So, Katerina, when a gentleman who is 45 years old, a Western gentleman, let's say from United States or Canada, is contacting Diolli and is asking about his chances in dating someone 10-15 years younger, what do you usually tell? Because we take clients who want to date 10 years younger, and even sometimes we take clients who want to date 15 years younger, but again, it's on client-to-client basics, so it's individually.
You're describing not the worst situation, because it happens when a gentleman is asking us that he wants to date only 20 and more years younger.
Oh, an 18 years old virgin.
Yes, there where all problems usually starting. So, of course, what we usually do, that we try to be logical and realistic and everything, so we conduct, that's why we always have the first interview with the gentleman, first of all, to understand what are the reasons of choosing this exact age group of ladies. That's why you have interview with them and you ask them right questions to understand if it's really the age group of ladies whom he needs in his life now. So, of course, when a gentleman in his 45, he thinks that he's in the best shape of his life now, that he can attract ladies in their 20s, 30s, so he can choose, especially if we are talking about wealthy guys, like in that comment. So, of course, he thinks that only he is choosing, but you forget that not in a good relationship, in normal couple, not only man is choosing, the lady is choosing too. So, of course, we have clients that we introduce with age difference, with 10 years of age difference. Sometimes as an exception, it can be when we see that it's really appropriate, 15 years difference, but not more. When a gentleman contact us and say that, for example, it happens, I think, every week we receive such requests from gentlemen when he is 60 and he said that he wants to date someone only before 40 because he's very active and he is
Under
going
40, yeah, like 37,
yes,
35.
because his goal is to live until 125 years old. It was one of last
There are so
emails.
many research. You can find it on the internet in scientific journals about the peak of sexuality among women and men, and the peak of male sexuality, and I think it will be interesting to our operator Sarsha, is in late teens and early 20s. So boys have this highest sexual energy when they are 18, 19, 20 and 21. And women have their highest level of sexuality when they are in their late 30s, early 40s. So to claim that by 45 he is at his sexual peak was when he was 19. And for women, why so many women in their 40s want to date younger? Because she is 45, and let's be honest, stamina of many gentlemen who are in their 40s and 50s, she finds it not sufficient, and she wants to date someone who will match her level of sexuality. Of course, if we are talking about a gentleman who has the looks, who has money, and for example, he has fame, he's a popular blogger. I'm thinking about this couple, I have mentioned them in one video, Gianluca Vacci, this dancing billionaire, and his model wife. If you have the looks, the money, and the fame of this guy, it will be easier for you to attract a younger model. if a gentleman is 45 and he's a college professor, he's a good guy, he has stable income, nice house, to attract a lady who will be 15 years younger and who will choose him for all the right reasons. Of course, if she has 2 or 3 kids from previous relationships, she will understand that she can't be too choosy regarding the age of a guy. Again, if she is a popular singer, I was thinking about this Anna Sedakova. She was in this band Viagra. I have recently read that she has married, I think, the 3rd or the 4th guy. He's like 10 years younger, and he's a basketball player.
Yes.
And she was married like 3 or 4 times. She has a kid in each relationship.
3 kids.
And they all were like football players, baseball players, so very wealthy guys. And she is in her late 30s, and I think it's not the last time she got married.
Who knows?
So guys, the whole idea that a man who is 45 is the dream, the wet dream of all women, it's a bit exaggerated. There are so many factors, and we often work with gentlemen in this age group who are, for example, in their middle 40s up to late 40s, and there is no such thing as the same guy who is, for example, 45. With one gentleman, we understand that he wants to have kids, he has never been married, he doesn't have kids from previous relationship, he is tall, he is handsome, handsome like Hollywood handsome, he is well off, he is well traveled, he is very easygoing, so it will be not that hard for him to charm a lady in her middle 30s, maybe even early 30s. Because he has experience in dating women, and usually such clients, they date this group of women, and it's not like they date them only online, like his ex-girlfriend can be of the same age group. And then there can be a guy who is like 45, he has 2 kids who are in college or in high school, and it will be a totally different story. Katya, do you want to add something to gentlemen who want to date much younger and believe that they are really Prince Charmings to all women?
First of all, I want to ask men, if you really pretend to be Prince Charming, then you have to be exactly this kind of person. It all depends on your attitude to yourself, to relationship, and to a lady. So it's possible to build relationship with an age difference, but you have to be healthy about this age difference, and you have to choose it for all the right.
Realistic is a nice word.
Realistic, yes, and you have to understand why you're so concentrated on this age difference. If the question is that you want to have children because you don't have kids from previous marriages, and your life goal number 1 now is to have children, I don't know, to have an active way of life, and you choose the younger lady for the right reasons, then it's one question. If you choosing the younger lady just because you want to have this beautiful picture in front of you every morning, and you can't give anything in return, to be honest, then it's another question. So be realistic with yourself and answer yourself the main questions: why she has to choose you back, what you can give her that she can't get in her country, if you are talking about international relationship.
There are so many beautiful ladies in their early 40s and late 30s, and there are so many beautiful ladies in their 50s. Of course, I understand the appeal of youth, that you will get all this energy, but still, also guys often forget that if, for example, he is 45 and he claims that he is well educated, has a good career, stable income, the lady who will choose him, she will rely on these factors. So when such guys later say that, okay, she is 12 years younger, but she doesn't want to pay for anything, we are planning a vacation, and she says that I have to pay for her taxi to get to the airport, well, you have to understand that pretty often relationship with the age gap, they are this sugar baby, sugar daddy type. So if the lady chooses an older man, it doesn't mean that she's using him. She can be willing to be a trophy wife, to marry an established gentleman with good established comfortable life, to enjoy this life. And in her opinion, yes, she will give him her youth and beauty, and in return she wants a comfortable life filled with a certain level of luxury. So to expect that she will be 12, 10 years younger and she will cover all her bills because she is this super independent, feministic alpha women, or how they call it, that's beyond ridiculous. I hope it was useful to you. I don't think we have anything else to add to this topic unless we want to repeat ourselves that it is important to be smart and realistic with your dating choices. We want to wish you love, and we will jump into the next video for you.